What is going on, my friends? Tonight I decided I wanted to make a video that had to do a little bit with kind of improving the division, or at least a start or somewhere we could start on improving the division. It's something that I've seen happening quite a bit since I started playing the division, and when I started streaming, I think I started back in July or something like that, and I stopped. I haven't streamed in a while, but I've played a lot with Darius P and Jasamian, so I see a lot of this happening. But the video has to do with content creators in the division, and the role they play in gaming and the division in particular. But we can all agree, we watch content creators for various reasons. Some people may prefer they make guides, build videos, how-to videos, while another gamer prefers commentary, jokes, shenanigans, and so on. But my point being that there's no right or wrong way to be a content creator, which will come into play later in the video. But with that out of the way, I want to focus on the tendency of players to blame the content creators for issues in the game, which blows my mind. I mean, I can't fathom how that works. But they blame him for putting out certain types of videos. When I first started playing Division, I ran into my boy Jasamian before he put out his first video. But I remember that night he put out that video and it exploded. I mean, there's a lot of people that like the video. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying everybody dislikes, things like this, but there were so many players that were just blasting him. Hey, you ruined the game. This is your fault. Why did you create this build? You're a pussy. Why do you suck? Well, whatever, crap they could come up with, which was just stupid. And I'm going to show a couple, of the screenshots of different comments that people made just to get a point across of the type of things that people were saying. But as you can see here, players pounce at any chance they can get to blame somebody else for the problems they have in game. It makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. How can someone who puts out content for entertainment purposes or educational, if you want to consider it that way, be blamed for ruining a game? The people who truly ruin Division and in games in general, especially games such as this one that you play continuously, are the people who blame everybody else for their freaking problems. And then, of course, they go after the people in the spotlight because they're easiest, right? People that are streaming or creating content, and just attack them for whatever BS reasons, They'll blame anybody. They'll blame creators. They'll blame the developers. They'll blame your grandma or anybody else they can think of. But we really need to get away from this blame mentality if we're actually going to improve this game and help it be what all of us want it to be. I remember when I was playing, I have, I think, 40 hours in the game, and I'm at about half, I think, out of the people on. Somebody in my friends list has like 99 hours in the game or something unreal. But I remember the majority of that was put in before probably patch 1.4 came out. I don't remember the exact thing. But I haven't played in a while because, not that I don't like the game, I just didn't like where it was at. But I really do want it to get back to the point where we all loved it. But in order to do that, we got to stop blaming people like Jasami and Darius P, UEG, I think his name is Sanctionite, I always pronounce it wrong, I apologize, Chappie, Skill Up, Marco Style. These guys are creating the content because they love the game and they love entertaining while they play. And I guarantee the content they create is to help improve the game or improve the experience that the players get when they're in the game, right? So, like, one example, UAG put out about a week and a half ago a video that has to do with sticky bombs being back. This was before the recent nerf. But, I mean, he had so many comments that were blaming, thanks for breaking the game again, thanks for ruining the experience for the rest of us. Why would you put out this video? He put out the video because that's what was relevant. I mean, if anything, you guys should be thanking him because it brought it to the forefront of massive attention and it got it fixed. I mean, I don't think it needed to be nerfed personally, but that's besides the point. The point is, you guys thought it needed to be, or from what I heard, the majority of people thought it needed to be, and had somebody not really made it apparent, somebody else would have done it. Everybody would have started running sticky bombs, and it would have gotten out of control. People would have been pissed, but then UEG puts out a video and everybody acts like it's his fault. The build was already there, guys. Why are we blaming him for just showing us what was already there? It makes no sense. And besides that fact, if the developers are just making changes to the game without looking at the raw data, without looking at where they want the game to go, if they're just making changes based off of the 0.01% of streamers or YouTubers, that's on the devs, guys. It's not the YouTubers' fault. It's not the streamers' fault. If the devs can't handle fixing their own game and they look to people like that, which I don't believe that's currently is what happening in the division, guys. I just want to make that clear. But just the point being, we got to stop blaming other people. We can't blame the content creators. It's just ridiculous. We got to get away from this mentality, But, someone may stream or create a video that the community likes or dislikes, which is fine. I'm not saying that you need to agree with content creators. I don't want to get misunderstood here. What I'm saying is we can't blame them. It's opinions. Everybody has their opinions. There's no reason to attack somebody for their opinion. And, if the devs, like, going back to my point, the devs are the ones that are making these changes, guys. And the way they make the changes is they look at their data, they look at the community, they look at the response they're receiving. If the only response they're receiving does come from the YouTube, community, and does come from these streamers, that's what they're going to base it off of, guys. It's not because they're trying to pander to, these players that have the ability to play all day. It's because that's all they're seeing. If we want that to change, then people need to get out there. They need to stop blaming people, and they need to start putting up comments on the Reddit. They need to start putting together their own videos talking about what they think is wrong in the division, why they think it's wrong, and put out ideas of how to change it. Don't just, whine and complain. It's the people who sit back that never make it somewhere in life, man. Like, take the initiative. Come out. Push something, tweet something to Hamish. Say, hey, look, man, I came up with this idea. Check it out. It'd be great to help, I'd love to help you guys out. Let me know if you like this idea. I can give you more. Like, whatever it is, like, point being, we can make the game better. We can bring it back to what we all want it to be, because I loved playing this game. I still love playing the game. Don't get me wrong. I don't play it as much as I used to. But this game, this community is getting to be pretty unbelievably toxic, and I think that's one of the reasons people really are not enjoying the game anymore. And the reason that I brought this video up is because I play with Jasamian, because I play with Darius P. You watch the streams of different players. You got the different streamers. You got UEG. You got Chappie. In all their streams, you just got people like. I mean, the toxicity is unreal, guys. Like, there's nothing wrong with the content creators, nothing wrong with the streamers, there's nothing wrong with people who play the game a lot. But if we want the game to change, we got to stop blaming people for no reason. I mean, that's basically what I'm getting to. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. Just trying to put out some more content, and hopefully the content I'm putting out is going to be around improving the division. I got another video coming out with that talks about how I think the devs can work better actually with the community to improve the game, and some ideas for the game itself, for PvP, for end game content. I'm gonna start putting these out. Hopefully, one or two, one video every other day or something like that. Sorry, I got my mind mixed up. But yeah, I appreciate you guys coming by. Leave a comment down below if you have any ideas for me. If you liked the video, if you thought it sucked, even tell me that, dude. Anything helps me out. But I appreciate you guys coming by, and hopefully you guys have a good day. Talk to you later, guys.